Welcome. We're here with Dr. Clark, a naturopathic physician with True Health Medicine, and Lisa, who is an office manager billing specialist. Thank you for letting us interview you. So Lisa, I'd like to start with you and ask you, how did you get this job?
Well, I responded to an ad that True Health had placed, and Dr. Clark gave me a call and we spoke on the phone for a while. And I came in and met the other three doctors and just kind of went from there.
Okay. And did you have, was it one interview or a process of interviews?
Well, including the phone interview, I had three
Oh.
total.
How did you select this business for the OJT program?
Well, there were a lot of contributing factors, actually. One, the position was for something that I had just trained in, so I was excited about that. Also, it's local. I live here in Tualatin, so I wouldn't have to commute long distances. And then after speaking with Dr. Clark and then the other doctors, I just felt comfortable here, felt like this was going to be a really good fit.
Great, good deal. How did you prepare for the first contact with the employer?
Well, I prepared my resume as normal, received a lot of training in preparing that, and had my paperwork from the on-the-job training program. And so I just came in for the interview and presented all that to all the doctors.
Did you share any information to the employer about the OJT program? And if so, what did you share?
Well, I received a letter when I completed the on-the-job training program that stated that I was an official candidate. So I shared that, answered their questions. They had questions about what it took to get that training and that qualification, and so I shared that I needed to do the NCRC training, and just kind of told them a little bit about the program, that it was a program that would help compensate the employer while they put me through the training process.
Great. So you brought the candidate letter into the interview?
I did.
Do you have any tips and suggestions to other job seekers on how they can market the OJT program to businesses?
Well, I think it's just about, putting yourself out there, search for the jobs that you are interested in, and then just always have that candidate letter with you and your resume with you, and always be prepared to share it, whether you think they're going to want it or not.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thanks a lot, Lisa. Hi, Dr. Clark. How did you first hear about the on-the-job training program?
So our clinic and the doctors were pretty regular attendees to the networking meetings that the Tualatin Chamber of Commerce has.
Oh, fantastic. And
so there's a fellow from WorkSource, Oregon that's always there, or often there, Lee Coleman.
Yes.
And he was the first time I heard about the OJT. It's actually been a couple of years.
Yeah.
When he first was telling people when we were having our economic issues here.
Yeah, so it helps. That's great, networking. How was it? What was it that interested you about the OJT program?
Well, in a few different dimensions, but what I really liked was that it allowed a person to distinguish themselves, especially somebody like Lisa, who has experience in other fields, but really wanted to move into doing the medical billing especially, and had not had a chance to have employment. So the OJT was just a really nice way to bridge that gap. And then as we were reviewing other candidates, to me the extra effort she took to become a qualified candidate distinguished her even further.
Great, fantastic. What was it about the applicant's presentation of skills or the OJT program that caused you to offer this job?
Well, honestly, I think we probably would have pursued Lisa even without the OJT, but it just made it just a lot, faster and easier. It was really kind of a shoehorn sort of a thing. But, what we really liked is just a very pleasant and calm demeanor, and that's important because oftentimes she's flying in the eye of the storm.
Yeah,
and
right up front.
Yeah, and sometimes it's calm, and sometimes, literally there are 7 different demands that all want to be met now. Of course, you can't do that, so you have to be able to not be flustered and be able to competently organize yourself and do that. So, and then we just liked that she'd have a lot of customer experience, customer service experience, and seemed impressed us all as being very, very competent. And again, the OJT thing was just one more thing. She had done a lot of work to actually prepare herself to be qualified to start in this position. And that was just one step further that just said, okay, this is a good person. And actually reciprocating the things that she mentioned, we really liked the fact that she was local and
Sure.
that, you know, it was just gonna make a more calm, peaceful, enjoyable
Yeah.
kind of an employment. You know, we've had people apply from as far away as Vancouver, Washington, and
Oh, wow.
it's just not really sustainable to have somebody travel that far, and especially when there are other people near, so.
Great. So having that experience and going the extra mile had value added to the business, and the OJT program was an incentive for the hire as well. So,
Right. Yeah, I mean, so of course, you know, it's nice to have part of the pay during the
Yeah.
training period to be, you know,
the
given back to
reimbursement,
us,
yeah.
but that was not the number one reason that we
Yeah,
picked Lisa,
yeah.
but it was kind of hard to deny that was an
Of
extra
course, of
extra
course.
incentive. So
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
great. Thanks for your insight, and best wishes with the rest of your training and your hire.
Thank you.
Thanks.
all right.